Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are working on my BMW.
Alright, g'day legends. I got a helper in the shed today. So, if you guys remember this E46 that I picked up last year for my wife. So, this is a drift car, and she wanted to get to learn how to drift basically, and my cars aren't really suitable for such thing. No power steering for one, too much power for two. But yeah, so I picked this up from Melbourne, and it has a heap of mods already. If you haven't seen my videos previously, I flew to Melbourne, drove it home in the same day, and then the next week we ended up painting it because it was a bit rough around the edges. I'll run over a couple things that it has done to it because it was a very good deal when I bought it. So yeah, it's got a few bits and pieces, but today we're upgrading it. So we'll dive into that now. So when we picked this up, it had some seats. It's got a cushion, bit of pillow in there, some packing. The only mods we have done to it since we've had it is a shifter. I tried to make a handbrake, but to be honest, the stock handbrake's pretty shite. So this is why we're revisiting that today. Everything else in there is pretty well standard. It's got hectic Apple CarPlay, and engine-wise, it is also standard. The only thing I also did was put a pod filter on it. Some janky old pod filter that I found somewhere. Can't remember where it even come from. Yeah, and I wired the thermofan so that they stay on all the time because one problem it did have is, I mean, I think this is an E46 thing. Yeah, like it would overheat every now and then because the fans just would turn on and off like when they shouldn't, to be honest. So yeah, pretty much it's just wired onto the key now. It has an angle kit. I'll show you underneath in a sec, but it's got BC coilovers. It has strut braces front and rear. It's got some extra bracing here and there. It's got some diff bushes. It's got a lock diff. Yeah, so overall, it was a good buy because it had lots of mods on it to start with. And like I said, it's literally, we bought it, painted it, and I haven't even changed the oil in it since we've had it. So yeah, the old Beamer here has put in lots of effort, that's for sure, for little bit of maintenance sort of thing. So, how many drift days you done so far?
3.
So you did a drift school in February.
Drift school in February, my very first drift school. I was so nervous. That was at Taylor Benton.
Yeah.
Then I did. What did I do?
I think you did an X-Park day in March, maybe.
Yeah, and then another drift school in, was it May?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So basically this year the plan here is Nicole here is going to, by the end of this year, get on track pretty much. So obviously she's done a few skid pan days. So and yeah, the plan is obviously to get her on track. So the next event she's doing is actually next weekend, so Saturday at Malala, and this is the first time she's actually going to be driving on a track. I have documented all this. So I've been filming like right from her first drift day all the way through. She's been very nervous, but she's been doing an excellent job. So I'm gonna put a video out in the next month of her like start to finish learning to drift sort of series, I would say. Her journey. She's done an excellent job though, so she should be very proud. But yeah, so today we are diving into a handbrake because she's learnt to do drift donuts. She's learnt to do donuts. She's learnt to do drift donuts. She's learnt to do transitions, so she's doing figure eights now. And it is now time to learn how to use a handbrake. And yeah, like I said, the handbrake in this was absolutely shite. So I put a big extender on it and I could barely get the wheels to lock up. So I've had a couple legends help me out, and this is what our handbrake looks like. So today, Nicole's going to learn how to weld, and I feel like I've already lost a piece. Oh, there it is. And we're going to weld this up together. Let's see if we can make it happen. But yeah, this is an inline handbrake, so I don't really like inline handbrakes because they don't have a lot of movement. But in this case, in this car, I reckon this is the go, because this is actually a hidden handbrake, so it sits down completely underneath the like console there. And I've already fitted the master cylinder, and I've done some lines for it because yeah, I got like a cheap eBay flaring toolkit and I wanted to test it out. It's not the best, but I just wanted to see if I can get it to work, and obviously I've put all those lines in already, so it's pretty well right. I haven't really tested anything else other than I've nut certed the floor where this goes. So I had Bo, the legend. I'm not going to disclose any more information in case he doesn't want anything to do with it or he doesn't want people hitting him up, but he drew up this like file, and then Will teed up getting this laser cut. So pretty much all these bits go together. Can't remember how, something like that, etc. Yeah, it's kind of a jigsaw puzzle. Pretty well just slots all together, and then we'll weld her up and then bolt that piece in the car hopefully. And I have tested that plate to make sure it fits. It's slightly off center because the shifter sits in a different position or whatever. I'm not sure what it was made for, but you can actually buy these kits. So I know Drift HQ and a few places do it. I think they do left and right hand drive kits and whatnot. You can buy these kits, like the hidden kits. I haven't seen one in person, so I'm pretty keen to see how it works. But basically, the handle comes up through where the power window switch would sit. Yeah, so then we can still run a standard handbrake to park it and everything. Now, this car is very much still a street car to a degree, I would say. It's not full-blown race car yet, so we're still running interior in it, and underneath it's still got all the heat shields and everything. All right, one other thing we're going to do today is I have chopped the back muffler off of it, because not only does it weigh about 150 kilos, this car is so quiet you can't actually hear it when you're on the rev limiter. So part of Nicky's learning here is obviously you're trying to get that throttle control, but the big problem with this car is that the tyres overpower the exhaust note that it makes, basically. So yeah, we're just going to chuck basically some straight pipe on the end. So get rid of that one muffler, and yeah, leave the rest of the mufflers in it, but still got cats and everything. Still got the standard exhaust. Otherwise, I'm pretty much not going to probably bother with modifying any of that. One day, this car's probably going to get a different engine or a turbo or something. So we will deal with that later down the track. Like I said, it has coilovers, it has camber arms and everything. And it has, I think it's like a GreshM, I think it's an SLR knockoff steering angle kit. So oodles of steering angle, like more than this car needs for the power that it has. These are the handbrake lines that I've teed in from the top, obviously, just into the main lines. As tees in it because there is a single line for each of the rear calipers. So I need to put some covers back on up here and stuff. So what does that say? Is that fuel filter in?
Kraftstofffilter. Yes, that's what it is. I get it.
Does it translate to fuel filter?
Yes. No, not really, actually. Kraft is power.
Power filter.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we don't need to change the power filter today, so. All right, time to do some welding. Because I have a helper and Nicky's learning to weld, she's got the good helmet, so I borrowed this helmet from work. Work's nice enough to lend it to me, thanks work. So I get my old helmet and Nicky gets this nice fancy new helmet. So she has done a few welds before, so this is her practice welds that she's done. So today we're going to learn how to use a bit of filler. First time welding, how did you go?
Pretty good, I think.
You stuck some bits together.
I mean, my very first time welding, so.
Yeah. Once you get the hang of it, obviously it's like the setup and stuff. So let me get this chair and we're going to make things comfy here.
You get the
Yeah, I need to paint that gold so it looks like Iron Man. You just get the $2,500 helmet. let's do some welding prep here. Okay, so this obviously just slots all together. These don't quite hold together tight, but we will deal with that. I need to do this with more than one hand. No, not that way, that way. How good's laser cut stuff? And I have made, I think this is kind of designed to use a GK Tech handle, but I have made my own because I'm a tight ass. And same thing with the cylinder and everything. I pretty much just got like one off of eBay. Cheapest one I could pretty much find. Right, time for some teaching. So this is obviously mild steel, right? So this is going to weld a lot different to what you've practiced on. This is stainless, and we're going to use some filler wire, but to start with, we'll tack it all up. So I'll help you work that out. All right, so I'm just gonna get some tacks on this so it's a bit easier because there's lots of bits and pieces to this and it kind of falls apart, so. Uh-oh, like that. Instantly. Just trying to There we go.
And because they have a gap in there.
Yeah, that's what you're using this to fill. Yeah. You like Darth Vader?
Huh?
You like Darth Vader? Yeah.
Good luck with that.
No, I am your father. Alright, I'm just going to take them to you. Yeah, because you just want to try and, this is just to hold it together, because the more you weld it, the more it'll like bow and flex. So you do want to keep welding to a minimum on this sort of thing. But this is what you do when you pay for your own filler wire. You use every millimeter. All right, I've got some tacks on there. Now, you can have a go. So I'll get you to weld some of these, right? But we want to keep the heat out of it. So what we got to do is small welds. So we'll do like, I'm not pushing the button off. So we'll do like, I don't know, from like here to here, and then we'll stop. And then we'll go over here, and we'll do from here to here, and stop.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we'll go, you know what I mean? Yeah, because if you weld the whole thing, then the plate will flex.
And do I need to use the filler?
Yeah, so we're going to practice on that one a bit.
Yeah, okay.
So let's tack this one. Yeah, I'll give you a longer piece than this.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is your filler wire. And you've got such thin gloves so you can feel this filler wire essentially. And what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and stick these two bits together using these two. So you remember how you heated this one up to a pull. So what you want to do is you want to do the same thing here, right? You heat this up to a pull, but you want to make sure there's a pull on both sides. And then what you do is you dab this into the pull and it'll join them together. And then you take your finger off the button. So we're going to try and do that. It doesn't matter if you stuff it up, right? So
I just dab this in there.
yeah, so you get the two pulls together.
Yeah, it's like this, and I go this way.
Yeah.
And then I make sure it pulls on both sides.
Yeah.
And then I dab.
Yeah.
Into
Make sure
the
you put
pull.
the thing down first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you dab into the pull.
Make sure not to touch them.
Don't touch them together. But remember what I was saying the other day about how you really just watch that tip. You watch the tip. You make sure the tip's not touching. And you want to keep an eye on the pulls is what you're trying to do. Like you don't want to actually just watch what the flame and stuff's doing off the end of the tungsten. You watch the pulls.
This button?
The top button, yeah. So
and I hold it down, don't I, the whole time?
yeah, this one you hold it down, yeah. So with this one here, right, what you'll do is you'll tack it in the middle. You'll put a tack here because then it'll pull less. If you tacked it here, it'll pull this end and make a big gap here.
So just do like a 2-second thing there.
Yeah. But I'll talk you through it.
And not use this for now, I'll just tack it.
No, use it.
Use it?
Yeah.
Where do I put this again? Like in the pull afterwards?
Alright, so you want them to be about 90 degrees to each other, right? So let me just I'll just show you again, right? Not on the thing. I'm not going to push the button or anything. So say you're coming along with the torch like this, right? You just want to be dabbing this in here. Anywhere in this area is fine. But say you want to move towards the wire. And so you know what I mean?
So the wires in front is where I'm going to
Yeah.
go, not behind.
That's right, yeah. So basically you'll make that pull and then you'll dab this into the pull and then you'll move along a bit. You'll make that pull and dab that into the pull. Don't move until the pull's made. If the pull starts getting away from you, let the button go. Okay? I'll talk you through this, okay? So you're all about being comfortable.
Like there's a gap in here.
That's what you're using the wire to fill.
Yeah, I can't really see the wire that well.
You will once you strike your arc.
Alright, ready?
Yep. Exhaust is back on. Muffler delete. Tick. Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. I was going to TIG most things, but we ran out of TIG gas, which was a real kick. It always happens to me too. Seems time. Yeah, we got enough gas. Definitely run out. So yeah, finished the handbrake mount off. I've got a coat of paint on it now. I thought I should have filmed it before I painted it, but Nicky did an excellent job of all the bits that she did. I did all the harder to get 2 bits where you have to hold your tongue the right way to be able to weld it. But yeah, she did all the like slots. And yeah, this is the first time that she's welded, like TIG welded with filler wire. So she did a 10 out of 10 job for that. Yeah, she's done, like I said, 15 minutes before, and that was all just fusing bits of metal together basically. So excellent job. All right, so now let's get this in. I think everything under here is done. I've got all the covers and everything back on. Yeah, I just got to tighten up those exhaust flanges and everything else, I reckon, other than, like I said, we're gonna have to lift it back up in a minute and take those wheels off to bleed the brakes. To be honest, if you're looking for one of these how to install a handbrake in E46 videos, I did have a quick look on YouTube and there is about 200 of them, so I'm not doing a how-to. This is more so just showing you what we're up to in the shed. So, all right, let's dive in. we also added a spray tank, so water tank and some nozzles into the wheel well there. Increases tyre life by about 10,000%. All right, now is the moment of truth. You're gonna test out this handbrake and see if you like the position of it. I mean, I like the position of it. I think it feels really good, but see what you reckon. Jump in. You might have to shift the seat there. I said you might have to shift that seat forward. The key's also on the seat, but I'm not sure if you need that. So it's not bled yet, so this is another thing you got to help me with in a sec, but... Yeah. Does it feel good, position-wise?
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine you're doing some steering.
So close, like.
Yeah. Imagine you're doing some steering and some gear shifters. Actually, speaking of gear shifters. That's the new gear knob, because remember the last one was getting hot in the sun and you couldn't touch it. Yeah. So now it's a plastic one.
Ah, okay. I forgot this was in here.
That was just in the center console there.
Yeah.
Feel alright?
I think so.
Start it up and so we can hear how Commodore-ish. I mean, it's louder than it was. If I connected the battery. Sounds like it should have a turbo. It's definitely louder than it was. But rev it, this is where it doesn't sound good when you rev it. That's the face I had too when I revved it. Alright, I'm going to invest in a muffler. Those pipes, not staying. Alright, turn it off.
What face did I make?
I don't know if I can say what the face is. Like you just smelled a fart. That's the exact face that I had when I revved it. I was like, oh no, it sounds like a Commodore with a straight pipe. All right, so we're going to bleed the brakes. We've got the bleeder set up, so let's jump ahead and do that. So what you got to do is leave it off. Inline handbrake, you need to put your foot on the brake, then pull the handbrake. Like whenever I say, like, pull the handbrake, you just got to do the foot brake first. Okay. All right, let's do this. Wheels back on, brakes bled. Do you want to fire this up? And we're just going to do a quick shed hoist test to make sure it locks up. So just start it and run it up in like second gear or something. Oh, actually the other handbrake's on, I think. Is the other handbrake on? Yeah. Alright, now put your foot on the clutch and pull the brake. Yeah. Yeah. Great success. There's no leaks under there. Yeah. It sounds good at idle. If it just sounded like that all the time, it'd be fine. But... Alright, that's another car kind of ready. So big weekend for next week. I've got to get 2 cars ready. So this is one almost done. I've got a couple little things left to do on it. So thanks to the boss for helping today. You did a good job. Thanks. That's going to be it for this week's video. It wasn't supposed to be this week because I'm waiting for some engine bits for the Corolla. I'm also getting that ready for next weekend, which is what all these engine things in the shed are. So you're actually going to get 2 videos this coming week, I reckon. Corolla being ready for next weekend and the BMW videos. So thanks to every single one of you legends for tuning in this week. We'll see you next week.
Bye. No, now I'm like, Stop.
I'll edit this out.
No. Now I can't stop laughing.
Be like, g'day you bloody champions, what's going on?
That's not what I say. I don't normally say that.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be me. Make out you me. We're like, how you going?
Then I need your hat and my glasses. I don't know.
Do you want my hand glasses?
No, I don't know. Do I just stand there? Like, how far are you filming up? I don't know.
From like here up. Just stand like that, that's fine.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to today's video.